What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 76. I just looked at this. Episode 76 of the Disconnected Gamers podcast, where we reconnect with life and gaming. I am one of your hosts, Andrew, also known as J-Bond, and with me, as always...
Oh, yeah, deeper. Get him.
Fucking about the bushes on him.
Oh, yeah. It's your boy.
Mike.
You know. Yeah.
Your girl knows.
Mm-hmm.
And her girlfriend knows, too. Her girlfriend knows.
They all know.
They all know. All her lady friends know.
Deep inside.
I'm gonna fucking choke. Anyways, so it's been like a month. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I was sick for I was sick for like 2 weeks.
Life got in the way.
So the quick and dirty update is that for those of you who actually still listen to this podcast, one, thank you. I'd said that in like the last 5 podcasts because they've been so spread out. But we're going to try something new where we pick like 2 topics. That's it. We talk about them. We're going to try and keep it under a half hour because there's a lot of podcasts that I listen to, not like super religiously, but like that I, when I have a minute.
Short.
And they're like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's like one topic, talk about it, and done. And most of these podcasts I'm listening to, it's literally one person. There's not like 2 people talking back and forth.
Right.
And it's usually like they're motivational speakers. Is two of the people that I listen to. One's a Navy SEAL, and the other one is he's like a entrepreneurial motivational speaker, and he does all sorts of stuff. One of them is a Navy SEAL who's now a motivational speaker, and he goes and he does all these.
Navy SEAL one, maybe.
It's really good. He's a pretty sweet dude. It's called SEAL. Well, he calls it Navy SEAL Radio. Yeah, Navy SEAL Radio with David Rutherford. And then The Art of Likeability is the other podcast that I've been listening to a lot by Aurel Moody. So now that that's out of the way, you can expect, hopefully, pending that this works out, more frequent podcasts that will be shorter. On like 1 or 2 topics, and that's it. So instead of being like, oh, what do you want to talk about today? It's going to be, hey, this is what we're talking about today.
Done.
Today is Wednesday, November 9th. Let's ignore what's happening in the world for a minute.
About the real issues.
And talk about the real issues of PSVR and PS4 Pro. Right? That's what you wanted to talk about.
That's what I want to talk about, yep.
Yeah, because you have it. Well, you don't have a Pro. You've got a VR.
Oh, I don't have a Pro, but I could have a Pro. But the VR headset.
So you have
I'm not sure. Yes, I do have it.
What games do you have?
I'm not sure if I got it early. I have the 2 demos.
Because it comes with a demo disc, right?
It comes with a demo disc, yeah, and then the VR Worlds, which everyone calls it a tech demo anyways.
Yeah, what is that?
Which I guess it might as well be.
What is VR Worlds?
Let's see. It's got like a London heist.
Oh, okay.
Which that's pretty fun. I wish that was a full-fledged game.
Yeah, I played that at
what else? The deep down, whatever, underwater experience where you see a shark, or get attacked by a shark, rather. Which, F that, I don't ever want to go diving ever.
Nice. That one, I did not see that one.
You get to see a coral reef, and then I think one where you just go back down, but you just get to see like the school of fish and stingrays and all that go around.
So what, that's you're looking cool. Around? Is it rail based, or do you get to control like where you swim and then look around and all that fun stuff?
You just get to look around. That's all it is, because you're inside a cage. Still.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of the whole full motion, turn around, look over your shoulder, and
sure.
Yeah. So that disc was cool, and then Batman VR is cool.
Is it just?
I wish that wasn't short.
What is it? What is the Batman VR? Is it? It's the Arkham one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you get a quick thing about his parents, and then you get to be Batman, and you get to solve one crime, and then you just kind of go from there, figuring that crime out. Oh, who did it? Who did this? Who did that? And then there's a whole like mind trip at the end where you're like, I don't know if that's real. Like, I don't know if that's real at all. And then Screw Until Dawn, too scary. Normally I give you
I thought that was like you're on like a cart and you just kind of shooting stuff.
Oh no, it's scary.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like I understand now why you don't like scary games.
I just
Like,
don't like shit popping out at me, man. I can't.
that's the worst in VR because it's right in your face.
Yeah, and like, what are you gonna do? Throw a $400 headset right off your head?
Yeah, you're like, nope. Like I close my eyes every time, and I just hear the screams in my face, and I just start shooting random parts of the screen until it
Yeah.
stops.
Mm.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Too scary for me.
Yeah.
VR's
Too
horror
spooky.
VR. Yeah, I'm out. Even though
Not
I'm gonna
about
play
that life.
Yeah, even though I'm gonna play Resident Evil 7, and
Right. But it's a different kind of horror, right? Because like Resident Evil 7 doesn't really rely on jump scares, or
right,
Resident
no,
Evil in general doesn't really rely on
general,
jump scares.
yeah, not at all. But when it's VR and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Normally I can handle this, but if
And
it's
you're
VR,
like,
I
and
don't know.
you're so immersed in it too, because like you've got fucking goggles strapped to your face, and then probably a decent set of headphones on.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you're in it.
The headset it comes with is not too bad.
Oh really? I didn't know. I thought it just came with like earbuds.
Oh no, well yeah, the earbuds, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like the biggest thing for me is in one of the games, you get to like smoke a cigar, and since there's a microphone or something like that somewhere on the headset,
Mm-hmm.
as you blow out the smoke, it actually,
Blows
the smoke actually is, yeah. I thought that was kind of cool that they had that
Nice.
kind of, yeah. Nice touch.
Have you used theater mode to just like watch Netflix with the VR on?
Not yet.
Okay. I was
I
curious
played
to see how that goes.
some of the games just to try it out and see how it works.
Just like regular games.
Yeah, just to see what it's like.
Thoughts?
It's just like, I'm not a fan
Okay.
because you literally have to turn your head to see another side of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're playing a shooter, you got to make sure, turn your head, keep turning your head to shoot and, see where you're getting shot from.
Okay, so it's not like you're just wearing a screen on your head. It still kind of works with the motion.
It's just like a stretched image is all
Okay.
if you play cinematic mode, yeah. Rather than, obviously, in the VR mode, you have the full, you can see the whole area.
Gotcha.
So you turn your head and you start shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. Because like people were saying, oh man, watching like a movie in that would be cool. And in my head, I was thinking that is pretty sweet.
I haven't tried it yet. Not
But-
with Netflix. And I know VR or Hulu has a VR mode or something like that, apparently.
Oh, okay.
And then there's some little apps you can check out too that have like some basic videos.
Right.
Like I think one of them has like a paranormal activity one that you can watch. So you're sitting in the room watching these kids, you turn around and you can see the room they're in and, look at all the details in the video that they shot and recorded and all that.
Yeah, I'm not super big on that.
Yeah. I mean, generally I like it. I think
Right.
I feel like I may have gotten it too early.
Because there's not a
But-
whole lot of games out yet.
Right, yeah, and you can tell with some of the games they're still getting a feel for the tech
Right.
and what they want to do with it. So
It's
Other than that,
Farpoint's
I would-
not out yet, right? Let me quickly.
I don't think so.
Because I played Farpoint
Super, right?
at PAX, and that's the legitimate game that I was like, okay, I absolutely have to get one. But
Is that the one that comes with like
the gun.
something similar to the Move sharpshooter
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah.
But it's,
okay, it
it's
comes out
different.
in June. It comes out in June next year, so I have time.
I might have to check that out.
Because like that legitimately was like that was so much fun because
Oh,
it was
wow.
it's basically Starship Troopers the VR game.
Ooh,
Like it was
okay.
real, like it was a ton of fun. Like because there's these spiders and you got a gun that has like I mean in the demo I played it had infinite ammo. I don't know if it overheats really quickly though. But you can get like a
Wow.
shotgun and like you switched guns by just like bringing that plastic gun. It's my profile picture on Twitter I think is me holding the gun, but you like bring it up and then bring it back down. And like
Oh.
reloading is just like you push a button on the gun. But
Then you make a Time Crisis.
well, that's the thing,
or-
right? Like Time Crisis
Yeah.
VR, and I would be so in
Right?
deep inside of that VR.
Online co-op or something like
Right?
that. Since I know you can't track two headsets at once.
Yeah, like
So-
I would. Oh man, it would be.
I'm
It would
so
be.
down for that.
Yeah, I would be all in. I would be
Like-
all in.
This is Sony's chance to bring back arcade shooters.
Right.
Just
any
obviously
arcade
everything.
shooter,
Yeah, or just yeah. Ugh.
Yeah,
I'm
because like I'm on GameStop's website right now in the moment, and like I just typed in PSVR, and there's not a whole lot of stuff. Though interestingly enough, they already have refurbished PSVR headsets. I wonder if it
Not
comes with
surprised.
anything. It's only $50 less. But yeah,
imagine
like the only thing I see is PSVR Worlds and the demo disc. I'm sure there's games on Sony's on the digital PSN store, but
there are, but so far nothing that super interests me yet.
right.
Like, but I mean, Batman was the first one that I was like, all right, okay, this is cool. Like being able to be a superhero or a vigilante and see what that's like.
Right.
It makes me wish they just added your support to one of the main games or something.
Right. Yeah, because like I'm looking. Okay, so here's GameStop's VR page. Like Until Dawn, Rush of Blood VR, Batman Arkham VR, Eagle Flight VR, Carnival Games VR, Drive Club VR, Riggs. Riggs is apparently...
Drive Club's actually pretty fun, and Riggs is fun too.
Right.
That was another fun one. That's on the demo disc, I believe.
Yeah, and Riggs is out. So, like, there's your first like real multiplayer game. Gran Turismo Sport's gonna have VR, but that's not out until the end of the year of 2017. So never mind.
Yep.
Battlezone VR looks kind of cool because it looks like Spectre VR, that tank game that I used to play on my computer.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Other than that, I think you're right. I think the short, and this is like why I want a PS4 Pro, but not yet. Is there's not enough things to take advantage of it, and like I don't have
a 4K TV.
I don't have a 4K TV. So
which someone said you don't need one.
You don't. The PS4 Pro will look better on your TV than a regular PS4.
Right.
The problem is that there's not enough games that I play currently that take advantage of the Pro.
That have the support.
Yeah.
Right.
So like Days Gone is going to work on PS4 Pro. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to work on PS4 Pro. So like when those games come out, maybe then I'll look at it. But the reality is my PS4 still works, and I can't see myself dropping $400 because if that were the case, I'd rather get a PSVR than get a new PS4.
Right.
You know?
If you're spending that much, yeah.
Yeah, like somebody made a good point online. They were like, I'd rather spend $400 on a graphics card for my PC.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Than buy a PS4 Pro.
Right, yeah.
And again, if you don't like to really benefit from it, you need the games that are optimized for Pro, and you need a 4K TV. And there aren't enough optimized games, and I don't have a 4K TV. So, and given that Black Friday is a week and a half away, I'd rather spend the money on a 4K TV. Right. Because my current PS4 is going to look slightly better on a 4K TV, and when the HDR firmware update comes to PS4s, which it'll come to the regular PS4s too, my games will get a bump from that too. So I won't be pro level, but everything will look better because of that. So it's like, it's a weird thing of like, if you just want to be the early adopter and get it now, or if you like, because like people have said that the PSVR works better on the Pro as well because it has just more processing power. But it's like, I feel like it's one of those things where like your lowest common denominator in these situations isn't like from my own eyes, I haven't seen a difference that makes me be like, oh man, I need to go buy one.
Right.
Because like for me, it's too much money, right? Like my PS4 works fine. So why am I going to spend $400 to get a PS4 that'll look slightly better than the one that I have now? Right. Because like, let's face it, I'm probably going to keep playing Destiny. And Viking Squad and Uncharted 4. Yeah. And Uncharted 4, I'm sure will have a Pro. I
believe
Pro
it
update.
does.
So
I don't know if it's yet, but yeah.
It's for me. It's just it's not there yet, and it's just like the TVs,
right?
Right?
Yeah,
I'm not going to get the. I'm not going to get the super fancy TVs just now. Is it because I think that the price of PS4 Pros will drop? No, I don't think the price will change at all. But I haven't really had a need to upgrade. There's no limiting factor.
Right. Exactly.
Like I'll still be able to play those games on my regular PS4. They won't look as good.
No, right. And it's not like the games are just straight up PS4 Pro only. They're not going to have a separate box. It's you can play it normally, but if you want the choice to play on a Pro with a 4K, you have that option.
Exactly.
But you don't have to. That's the thing I do like about the Pro.
Right.
Is you don't have to upgrade.
Right.
Not at all. Sony's not saying, "Hey, we made this because we want you to." this is for the ones that were like, oh, we need this so
Right.
bad.
And again, and when
It
the
wasn't called for.
HDR update hits, I think I want to say my TV supports HDR. I don't know I've yet to find anything confirming it, but I swear it said something about HDR on the box, and I don't know what I did with the damn box for the TV. So, like I think I will benefit from HDR on my current TV. It's a Sony
Right.
TV, that's why I think that it
Oh,
has
right,
it.
yeah, most likely. Because yours
But
a newer-ish one,
yeah, it's
or
newer-ish.
oh yeah, yeah. I imagine it does then.
And so I am just kind of like, it's fine. I'll wait. I'll take the little upgrades that I get as I go.
Yeah,
Because it's
exactly.
just I just
No
can't
rush.
I can't see myself dropping $400 to get like the same thing that's slightly better.
Right, when that's what you kind of did in the first place, anyways, when
Yeah.
you first got the console. So
It's like
no rush.
am I gonna buy a brand new car after having a brand new car for like 2 years because the brand new car has like a different cup holder? And then like I'm trivializing it. Like let's say it had a slightly better engine, or it got like slightly better
Right.
gas mileage. Like the amount of money
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend to get slightly better gas mileage or slightly more horsepower doesn't factor in enough in
To
terms
actually
of the money.
really,
Yeah, the money you're spending. Because what am I gonna do with my other PS4? Sell it back for like $200?
yeah, right. And I know
Um,
you don't do that, anyways.
I don't like to do that. Yeah,
There's
so
no
I'm gonna.
benefit. Yeah, there's no benefit for you to
Yeah,
get a new console. And still
all I would do is basically give it to my brother, and so then I'm like, cool. Now
Right,
I'm
yeah.
just giving him another thing, and I'm just
Yeah.
dropping $400.
Right.
People would be like,
Yeah.
"Why are you
I
giving
mean,
your brother a PS4?" I'd be like, "Cause I'm not getting rid of it.
right. Yeah.
Get off
Unless
my
you use one
back,
for
all
travel
right? Jeez."
and then one for home,
Yeah.
I guess. Like some do. Some have a travel PS4. Some have one for home. Their home or whatever.
See, that's when I
But I
would.
guess
That's why I would like
if you don't travel much, there's you
the
don't
mini
need it.
that like mini PS4.
Hmm.
I would get that as a travel machine.
Oh, the slim one or whatever.
Yeah, the slim.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I can't. I
Some
could not
air-
see myself bringing.
a giant,
Yeah.
the giant triple cake PS4
Yeah, like
Pro. Whatever.
it just like what am I? It's gonna take up like a quarter of my fucking suitcase, and I'm
Right?
not putting
Yeah.
it
And I
like I'm not gonna carry it in my backpack because that's just too much.
No,
It's like
no,
the
no.
people. It's like
Right.
people who travel with the games cases, and like
Mhm.
I admire you.
Oh yeah.
I wholeheartedly
The
admire you. I think that takes.
dual monitor, whatever.
Yeah, like the whole because you got to carry this giant plastic fucking briefcase with you basically, and it probably
Oh.
weighs a decent amount over time. Like I'm sure it's not heavy, but like you got to carry
No.
it with you, and it's
gotta carry it.
expensive too. So like you don't want to just like
Yes.
put it down and forget about it. Like you got to
No.
keep that shit on
Right.
you.
Yep.
You know, it's like I'm already traveling with like my laptop, the charger, you know, my Vita if I bring it, a camera maybe.
Right.
But,
Or you have
but I'm
enough
so
electronics.
I'm so done with traveling with all this shit now. And now that I have a new phone that has a good camera, my literal travel gear is my laptop, my charger, my cell phone, my charger, my Bluetooth speaker for music when I'm in like the hotel. And I'm gonna buy like a little phone tripod thing to hold it, so that I can like
Nice.
take, so that like I can maybe vlog if I wanted to, or like maybe take a
Right,
photo with
yeah.
people if I wanted to bring it to, you know, the convention or something. But like I'm so done with
Yeah.
bringing a big ass camera, so that I can
So
take
much,
like,
yeah,
so I can take like what 10 fucking photos.
Yeah. Right. When you can easily do that with your phone.
Yeah, and now my phone takes really good pictures, so like I don't even worry about it.
Boom. Right.
So
Boom.
like you know, traveling with a PS4. Oh man, traveling with a PS4 Pro, absolutely not. Like,
Nah.
no way.
Unless they have like a legit carrying case or something. I mean, even then.
The
I still wouldn't.
the backpacks, Josh and Esteban from our friends over at Radio PlayStation, they had these sweet backpacks. I think they said they got them at Best Buy that fit like a PS4 perfectly, and it's nice and padded, and it has like room for controllers and games and shit. Like that was a really nice backpack. But I'm legitimately thinking in my head, like, one, my laptop doesn't fit in it, and two, why am I bringing my PlayStation with me? Like,
Right.
I shouldn't, like, and I always end up in this situation, like, I shouldn't be in my hotel room enough that I want to play games on my PS4.
No. Yeah.
Right? Like, the reason
Convention time
I went to this place was to not, like, to go see people do stuff. Like, I should not be, like, locking myself in my hotel room to play
No,
video
yeah.
games. if
trying
I
to see
was
my
a
boys.
if I was a streamer and that was a thing that I needed, then sure, I get that like, you know, maybe you can't go X amount of days without streaming and you need to have a setup with you. Totally fine.
Yeah.
I understand that. That's part
Right.
of what you do. It's not part of what I do. I like to hang out with the peoples with some walking around money. You feel me? Like you know. So like
I got you.
And even that, like traveling with a PSVR seems like it would be such a pain in the ass because you've got to bring the headset itself, the camera, move controllers,
so many cables,
plus that, plus the little box.
That's the one big
plugs
negative.
into it.
There's so many cables.
Yeah.
Setup
and
is
the headset itself is fucking got giant cables sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's comfortable. I mean, I've worn it enough times. Sitting and standing to like not be like, oh man, playing this for hours would suck because the cable would weigh on you. One, you shouldn't really play it for that much time at once.
Definitely not recommended.
I imagine it's
you
very
will
much
get a headache.
Yeah, like I imagine it's very much like the Virtual Boy or even the Wii, right? Like you didn't want to play the Wii with the motion controls, standing and all that shit for long periods of time. Mm-hmm. Strapping a fucking 4-inch screen to your face doesn't seem like a good idea either for an extended period.
No.
You know, that's that time where like the Netflix VR app should not allow you to watch more than like 2 episodes of a show at one time. Like it should be like you can't do this anymore. Sorry. Cuz like I just think that there's some seriously negative issues that will stem from it if people are constantly wearing it way too close to their face.
Right. Well, I mean, you even have warnings that tell you, hey, if you do experience these issues,
stop playing.
Remember? Yeah, stop playing. Yeah. Do take it off, please.
Right.
Do not continue to play.
Yeah.
Take a rest.
Right.
You know, take a break.
So yeah, I mean that's kind of my thing. Like I really want a VR, but right now I think you're right. There's not enough games, and the games that I really want for it don't come out yet. So this just gives me time to save.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think being the early adopter of PSVR at the moment is really a big deal, and I don't think there's going to be any changes to it. Like I don't think they're going to release a different model or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of like the games I want to play don't exist yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to be like Nintendo Switch where like I'm going to get it for one friggin' game. I really hope that come Farpoint's release, there will be other games announced that give me hope for VR's success in the future.
Right, exactly.
Because like right now, Nintendo Switch, the only things that I know are going to be sweet about it is the Mario game and the Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm too like not to jump into a new topic because like I kind of wanted to end it with that discussion on PSVR and Pro. Like the Switch hasn't given me enough confidence in the device itself for what they're showing you it doing. Like I feel like things are going to break. I feel like the battery life is going to be horrible.
I mean, it looks cool, but
it looks cool as hell.
I totally agree. Yeah, there's not enough information to understand. Is it battery life?
How does it charge? Can I use it while it's charging? Like, there's too many variables because, like, if I'm supposed to be able to have this ultra portable thing that I can play with my friends, it better be fucking easy to charge and usable while it charges. Because if we have to stop playing to plug the whole thing in and reconnect it all, kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Like, I can still use my phone while it's charging and enjoy it. I'm just tethered to a plug.
Right.
If the Switch becomes unusable because you can only charge the controllers when they're plugged into the screen, then you can't play a multiplayer game.
Nope. Unless apparently there's controller support, so maybe
you can plug controllers into it. Yeah, but then now my problem is now I've got to carry extra controllers with cables with me, you know?
No, they're wireless.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Either way.
But yeah, either way though.
That's a topic for another time. Hopefully we'll get more information on that. So that's going to end this podcast. And like I said, we're trying to aim for shorter podcasts, more concise topics. Hopefully we'll do them more frequently because the thing is for me, this makes editing so much easier because I don't have to fight through a giant ass video to be edited and rendered and like go through the audio to make sure there's no random cutouts or like issues, which even that I do a pretty piss poor job of, just saying. So expect that. Also, for those of you who watch Twitch when we stream on twitch.tv/DGCastTV, I'm probably not going to stream there anymore, and I'm just going to stream on my personal channel, twitch.tv/jbon1010. It's not for any real particular reason other than I find it easier to stream on my own channel than having to change things out and stream for DGCast TV. It started as a podcast. I kind of want it to remain a podcast and put the focus there, rather than try and make it this big ass thing that does all this stuff. So,
Right.
and obviously, Mike, when you stream, if you want to stream on DGCast TV, like, there's no reason you can't. But if you want to stream on your own channel, also totally cool.
Probably just easier to do it from the own channel.
And that's the thing, right? Like, it becomes so easy because then you don't have to log, because, like, you're streaming from the PS4. You got to log in on two separate things. It's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
I'm streaming from my computer.
It's names.
Yeah.
Then people know, okay, J-Bon's on his.
Right, and that's
Mike's
the thing,
on
too.
his.
Like, so many people know us by our names, not by DGCast TV. And not for any reason other than it's, I've spent way more time on my Twitter, my personal Twitter, your personal Twitter. Like, we're people. We're not a thing.
Right.
So it is what it is. So with that, we're going to call episode 76 good. You can follow me on Twitter at SoAfterISaid, Mike at MTong1, also at the DGCast on Twitter for the Disconnected Gamers podcast.
Follow it.
Yeah, so if you're listening to this on iTunes, awesome, thank you. If you're listening to it on YouTube, sweet. And I think that'll do it. So, as always, this has been the Disconnected Gamers podcast, and we will catch you
on the flip.